As night falls on the Kurdish countryside, Peshmerga fighters take up their positions. It's under the cover of darkness that ISIL attacks, and they can't afford to lower their guard. This is perhaps their most important front line in their fight against ISIL. Erbil, the capital of the autonomous Kurdish region, is just 60 kilometers away.
We must continue the defending, and we will defending, because in Erbil, that's our, big city in KRG, and we must be let a family to be safe.
But protecting Erbil is a dangerous task. 2 days ago, ISIL fighters carried their most daring attack on this Peshmerga base. Using a combination of suicide bombers and vehicles laden with explosives, they took over the base for a few hours before the Kurdish forces recaptured it.
As the fighting gets more intense, the tactics are getting more desperate. It's the first time ISIL fighters have used a tank for suicide bombing. And the Peshmergas say it's the ability of ISIL to strike deep in Kurdish territory that has them worried.
Some of the Peshmerga tents are burned down. Body parts litter the camp. General Sirwan Barzani is a Peshmerga commander.
It's the first time to have the armored cars or the tanks with the TNT and suicide people. They're coming to our front line. They're trying the last chance to push the Peshmerga back, but they cannot do it.
We drove across villages and towns partly held by ISIL. Their inhabitants have long been displaced by the fighting. The Kurdish forces have made modest gains against ISIL in recent days, but their weapons, they say, are old and no match for their opponents.
We need the weapons, we need the heavy machine guns, of course, because all what we use it is very old one, it's from Iraq and Iran war. It's very old. The newest one is 25 years old. But still, so with the ammunition now is good. We have it from the coalition.
As international calls for more action against ISIL grow, the Peshmerga remain the group's most formidable opponent on the ground. They say they need meaningful help, or ISIL could come charging again across northern Iraq. Maxamed, Al Jazeera, Gwer in northern Iraq.